Good morning, everybody. Today, I just wanted to say good morning with the amazing scenery going on in the background. Kind of wanted to get some nice scenery, while I open up this vlog. I am going to be taking a shower, and I am going to be doing a get ready with me video. Even though we're not going anywhere or really doing anything, I kind of wanted to make one so I could have one on my channel for you guys. Because, it's something to do, and I would enjoy... Oop, almost dropped my phone. And I would enjoy having that video up for you guys so we all can get ready with each other. So, yeah, my son's watching Coco Melon back there. So we're in my parents' house right now, getting warm and kind of starting our morning off with breakfast and showers and stuff like that. I'm the last one to shower. They've already showered. So I am going to go hop in the shower, and then I will see you guys here in a second once I am done and I am dressed. So I will see you guys in a minute. All right, guys. I have taken a shower, and I'm going to get ready, even though we got nowhere to go. I am going to get ready for the day. And he's off. Sorry. My stepdad. I heard his truck. So let's do a get ready with me story time. I'm going to tell you the story of being in this place that we were. Okay. Let's start from the beginning. Okay. So what I'm going to start off with is my Burt's Bees chapstick. So that's what I'm going to start off with. I'm going to use that on my lips because I don't really use lipstick or lip gloss or anything. I just use chapstick because my fucking lips are chapter than fuck. Okay. So we go from where the state that we're in right now, we go from here all the way to where my fiance's family lives. And at the time, we were just dating. We weren't actually engaged or anything. We were just dating. So we go down there. I have a bad gut feeling in my gut that I should have listened to, and that he said he should have listened to as well. And yes, I do have a box cutter in my bag. I used to work at Albertsons, so I just randomly put it in there because I have no clue why. You never know. I might do an unboxing of makeup and I might need it, so you never know. But we go there with... I go there. I quit my job, and we move down there. I pull Jacob out. I pull my son out of school and stuff like that. So we moved down there, and I'm going down there with like a fucking positive attitude, literally. All right, so now I'm going on to this. I don't do a whole face of makeup. That's just too much makeup for me. Plus, I enjoy my freckles that I have. I have like a bunch of freckles, and I enjoy them, so I try to keep them as much as possible. So I'm going to go in with this, with my eyes, and around my eyes and where my eyebrows are. And I'm going to go in there with this brush right here. I don't know what the name of the brush is, but it's also from e.l.f. Oh, it's a foundation brush from e.l.f. Both of these are from e.l.f. So, hold on. There we go. Both of these are from e.l.f. So, I'm using this brush, and I'm just going to go around my eyes and through here, and around I'm going to do that. So we leave here, and I thought it was going to be hunky-dory just fine. I was wrong. It ended up being very stressful because me and my mom got into it. And when you move, it shouldn't be stressful. Am I correct or am I wrong? I'm going to keep the comments open on this video so you can tell me if I'm right or I'm wrong. But when you move, it shouldn't be stressful. You should have like a hiccup there and here and there, but not like stressful like how I'm going to tell you. So it started off me and my mom having issues. We ended up getting into an argument because where I was living at the time, here in the state that we're in right now, I was living with a roommate, and his roommate, his girlfriend was living with him, and he ended up getting his girlfriend pregnant. So I gave them all of my baby stuff that I had from my son because I didn't need it, and I'm pretty sure that they needed it, more than I did. So I gave it to them, and their stuff and all that stuff is in the house the day that we're moving. Because they ended up moving out to his mom's house because she was going to go to a YWCA that houses homeless women with children and stuff like that. So she's doing that. So she had to do that. So they ended up moving out as well. They moved out a day before we did. So as we're leaving, yes, I left some garbage there, but it wasn't just I left some garbage out that I didn't clean up because it wasn't just my garbage. It was also theirs. So I'm sitting there like, okay, I'm not trying to clean up after a grown-ass man and a grown-ass woman that should be cleaning up after themselves. So that is what I did. And I didn't do that. But then my mom started complaining. So I was like, okay, you know what? Fuck it. So I ended up cleaning up their garbage along as well. I already cleaned up my garbage before they even got there and stuff like that. And, oh yeah. So I cleaned up my garbage and theirs. So my mom's freaking out on me. Go figure. And it's like, well, that's not my stuff. And I told her that, and I told her the whole situation. To sum it all up, and we're going to go in and just, next thing that I'm going to do my eyebrows. I'm going to go in with also I've noticed that I use a lot of e.l.f. stuff. So I'm going in with an e.l.f. You probably can't see that because that's blurry. But I'm going in with an e.l.f. Ultra Prices Brow Pencil. This is what it is. You can't really see it, but you can move it up and down and stuff like that. I shave my eyebrows off, as you can tell. So, but I clean up the garbage. I'm pissed off. My mom's pissed off. It's already going bad so far. So then we end up getting past the house. We end up getting on the road, filling up with gas, getting on the road. Not even out of the state that we're in right now. Barely out of that state. And we stop at a McDonald's. because my son's hungry. So we stop at McDonald's and get something to eat. And then we leave. About an hour or two, hour and a half, possibly 2 hours out of that McDonald's, I realize I don't have my wallet. Fucking lost my wallet. Mind my language, sorry. But I freaking lost my wallet. There's the next fucking thing that's just fucked up that's telling me, okay, you need to go the fuck back. Like, this is not gonna happen. Like, you can't fucking survive in where you're going. Like, you can't do it. Turn around and go back. Like, that right now, like, I lost my wallet. I thought I lost my social security card because I thought my social security card was in that wallet, but to come to find out it wasn't in that wallet. Thank goodness it wasn't. But I lost my driver's license. I lost my debit card. I lost my other debit card. Like, I lost like 2 to 3 debit cards. I lost my driver's license, all that. Like, everything in my wallet was gone. There's my next sign of turn around and go back. So we keep going. And then, after this whole entire thing is over, and by the way, no, my eyebrows never match up to each other, just so you know, but that's all right. I try to fix them as much as possible, but they never end up lining up to each other and being perfect. Just so you know, don't hate me in the comments on my eyebrows and my makeup. It never lines up to me, but it looks good to me. But push comes to shove, and all the stress that went into that move, we get to Massachusetts. Yes, I'm going to say the state that we moved to because we're not there no more. We are back in the state that we were in before then. So then we get to Massachusetts, and we stop at a McDonald's in Massachusetts, like not that far from his dad's place, because my son is hungry. And at this time, it's like almost 9 o'clock at night. We're all tired. We're all hungry. My son hasn't eaten since like between 12 and 2 o'clock in the afternoon that day. So he was hungrier than hungry. And he was fussing and all that. So we get there and we get to the McDonald's. And my fiance, who was my boyfriend at the time, he gets a call from his dad, his stepdad. And his stepdad is completely complaining about how we should have been there already, and this is ridiculous that he has to sit up and wait, and that we should have been there already and shit like that. It's like, bro, one, we're driving cross country for one. Two, we have a 4-year-old with us. So that's not going to be the easiest thing to do. And of course, we're not going to be there on time, especially when all the shit that has been going on during the trip happened. So, now I'm going to go back in with my brush and I'm going to correct my eyebrows a little bit with my, wherever it went. There it is. I'm going to go back in with this and correct my eyebrows. But it's like, for one, it's like, think about it, these are the questions I wanted to ask this man. Have you driven across country? If you have, when was the last time you driven across country? Does anything, when it comes down to driving cross country, work properly? No. It never does, especially when you have a kid and shit goes on. When you lose a wallet and stuff like that, you gotta be behind because you gotta retrace and all that. So it's like, give us a break. Sorry if I pause for a second. Kind of fixing some mistakes on my eyebrows so then I can fix what's over there. But it's like, nothing's ever gonna, like, he was expecting us to be there within 3 days tops. Like, no. No. It takes about 3 to 4 days. You know? It's like, how about you drive cross country and see how that shit is and see how far you get before you have to stop for the night. See how far you get, you know? But that ended up happening. So he was arguing with his stepdad, on the phone in the McDonald's parking lot. So we didn't know how hostile the situation was going to be when we got there. So my mom took our son to a hotel with her for the night while we went and did what we needed to do. So we did that. Oh boy. That's when it all started. The moment we got to that house is when it all started. Next, I'm going to go in on my eyeshadow. I'm not quite sure which one I'm going to go through. I've been going through this one. I got this from Walmart. I've been going through this one a lot because it has some really pretty colors in there. You know, this is shimmery with some glitter in it. This is super glittery, and then you got your pale ones. Well, not pale, but kind of nudity, kind of like neutral colors. And then I have this one that I ended up getting from my sister. And it has those colors in it. So I'm not quite sure what I'm trying to go for. And then another one I got from my sister as well. It's a little shimmery. I'm not sure if you can quite see it. There we go. If you can read that. It has 10 eyeshadows. I have used it quite a bit. But I'm kind of debating on what I'm going to do. But, back to it. We get there. And already it's starting to be like a little bit hectic. I'm like, okay. This is how my third eye imagined shit going. This is how it starts. After that, it was okay for about 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. After that, that's when the verbal abuse started with his family. Towards me. That's how it started. About 2.5 weeks later, almost a month later, I started getting verbally attacked by them. So at this point, I'm getting verbally attacked and all that. So I think I'm going to go in with this one. And I might go in with that color right there. Kind of like a brownish color. So that happens about 2.5 weeks later to almost a month later. So after all that happens, there's tension already in the place. And granted, I came in with a positive attitude, good spirits, like ready to actually meet everybody, to actually get to know people and stuff like that. I came in with a good vibes and a good attitude. Come to find out, everybody else had a different fucking plan. So at this point, I'm getting them telling my fiance that I am a horrible person. I am disrespectful. I haven't been nice to them at all. And I helped his sister clean her dog, wash her dog. Like I literally physically washed her dog for her. And I helped her wash her dog. But yet I was disrespectful to her and I was not nice to her, apparently. And then it goes from that to his dad bought me my driver's license there. I told him thank you several times. He needs hearing aids. He has hearing aids that apparently don't work, but the thing is that he doesn't want to go get them fixed. So he doesn't have any hearing aids in. He's hard of hearing. And I'm sitting there telling him several times, thank you for getting my driver's license for me. I appreciate it. You really didn't have to. I appreciate it. Da, da, da. And my fiance is hearing all of this. So he has my back on it. So I have a witness saying that I said thank you. When the first situation happened between me, his stepdad, and his sister. When that situation happened, I already had my driver's license by then because he already paid for it and stuff like that. They tried to sit there and say that I didn't say thank you for it and that I was super disrespectful and I demanded it, da 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 da. Like, no, for one, I was going to do it myself. My fiance was going to pay for it. But you offered to pay. So, of course, I'm going to say thank you when you offer to pay. Now I'm going to go in with this one. And I'm going to possibly go in with either this one right here or this one right here. You can't quite see the names of it. I'm either going to go in with Lush or Splendid. Sorry, I do not read that well. Sorry. So, they're saying that, and my fiance is like, no, she said thank you several times. It's not her fault that you don't put your hearing aids in. It's not her fault you're hard of hearing. She said it loud enough to where you could hear. It's not her fault. Get some hearing aids that actually work, and you'll be able to hear correctly. So that was a situation. Now we're about a couple months after that. Probably about a month and a half, 2 months. Because we were there for about 5 months. 5-6 months. Worst 5-6 months ever. And then his dad starts getting upset over, and then another argument breaks out. By the way, I'm going in with the Lush. So then another argument breaks out over a door. Downstairs in the basement where we were staying, a fight breaks out over the door that was to our area. So a fight breaks out over that. Out of all things, a door. Out of all things, a huge ass fight breaks out over a door. And when I say huge, I will tell you how huge. So him and his dad are arguing over this door. And then his sister comes into it and starts arguing and then starts arguing and agreeing with his dad and starts arguing with my fiance over the door. The freaking door that is easy to replace and easy to fix. A door. So I'm sitting here trying to get my fiance downstairs so this kind of can blow over. I'm trying to get him downstairs. He's arguing with his stepdad and his sister over a freaking door. I'm trying to be like, hey, look, over a freaking door, this is stupid. And then his ex-wife's fucking daughters want to fucking come into it. Yes, they live in that house too. And that was very awkward. So they start coming into it, and then they're all like, oh, well, no, this whole thing didn't start over a door. This whole thing started over you talking shit about us and not being a woman and coming to us. Hold on. Pump the brakes on that real quick. They've had problems with me since I've been there, and not once did they come to me until a fight broke out in the backyard. That's when they wanted to come to me and say something. Really? You want me to come to you, but you're going to wait until a fight breaks out in the backyard to say something? Like, really? You can't be a woman and actually say something before a fight breaks out? For real? Like, you're going to be that petty and childish to where you're going to wait until a fight breaks out in the backyard to say something? Okay. All right. So then, before that shit was said, I ended up getting hands put on me by his sister. His sister physically put hands on me. And then after this whole entire thing went down and they started pitching in their 2 cents saying, no, this wasn't over a door. It was over this because you talk shit and you can't be a woman. Okay, well, you guys can't be a woman either because you guys aren't coming to me when you guys have problems with me. But you want me to come to you and say something. Really? Really? So all that ends up blowing over. A couple hours later, I'm going for a walk. And I say something to his sister. Because his sister wanted to try to get into a conversation that I was having with with one of the other females in the house. She wanted to try to get in the middle of it, push her out of the way to get her answers. Like, no, you can wait until I'm done talking to her one at a time. Be an adult one at a time. Slow your roll. Stop being a fucking teenager. Now I'm going to go in with my my lash stuff. I'm going to go in with this one right here. So I talked to her just to get it out of the way. And then she says, oh, sorry about earlier. I tripped. I didn't really push you. So you're telling me when you trip, you're not trying, when she tripped, she wasn't trying to save herself. She was trying to go like that. So when you're going like that to someone, isn't that pushing? That's what I'm trying to, like, isn't that pushing when you're going like that to someone? And like going like that? Like, isn't that pushing instead of going like having your hands down to where you're catching yourself? You know? Yeah, she said she didn't push me and she went like that. Yeah, that's pushing. I'm sorry, but that's pushing. You laid your hands on me because I ended up falling backwards into my fiance and he almost fell backwards into the ground. Yeah, no way that was, oh, I accidentally tripped. No. No. So, after all that, I'm not talking to them because I am so done with them being childish at this point. And then, so a little bit later, one of the girls is super upset over chocolate chip cookie dough because somebody took some of her chocolate chip cookie dough. Didn't eat the whole thing, just took some of it and ate it. Okay, chocolate chip cookie dough. Chocolate chip cookie dough. Out of all things, you're going to get mad over chocolate chip cookie dough. So she asks my fiance, hey, have you touched my chocolate chip cookie dough? And he said no. And I chimed into that too, because of course she was talking to the both of us, clearly, because she looked at me. And I told her, I was like, we've barely been upstairs. The only thing that I could get out of was we've barely been upstairs. I was about to say something else, and all she could say is, you can leave. Excuse me? I'm sorry, I was just trying to let you know that we've barely been upstairs. Well, I'm upset because someone keeps taking my stuff. Okay, you're mad over cookie dough. Okay, I could see you being that upset over your cell phone going missing. I could see that. But over cookie dough, chocolate chip cookie dough, in a fridge where everybody goes through. Granted, it's not just me, my fiance, and our kid in this place. It's his sister, his ex-wife's girls, his sister's 2 kids, and his dad. There's 6 people in that house. And she's blaming us over the cookie dough and getting mad. And it got to the point to where they started locking the fridge and the freezers in the pantry. They started locking the fridge and the freezers in the fucking pantry. Like, seriously? You guys are that fucking childish and that upset because someone that's not us is taking your guys' food. Maybe you guys should have a mini fridge in your room like us and keep your shit that you were going to get that upset over in your goddamn room in a fucking mini fridge. Be smart. Don't be dumb. There's teenagers in this goddamn house. There's people that are in their early 20s sleeping in the fucking house. It's not just us. But yeah, you're going to blame us. Okay. So that shit goes down. And then all of a sudden, that's the last straw for me. At that point, that's the last straw for me. And then my fiance goes upstairs. And we already had the conversation of us leaving Massachusetts June 16th. We were going to leave June 16th. So we were going to leave then. And the situation when I got hands laid on me and shit like that, that was the second to last situation that almost broke the camel's back for my fiance. He went upstairs, his sister said something, And then his dad said something. He came down. I don't know exactly what happened, but he came downstairs and he's like, I want to move quick. I want to move by the end of the month. And this is the beginning of October. Literally. This is the beginning of October that he's saying this shit. So, it went from the 1st of this month to the 31st of last month, Halloween. So it went from all that. And then they want to sit there. Before we leave, they want to sit there and blame me for his decision, not mine. I left this all up to him, you know? So they want to, now I'm going to go in with my eyelash curler. Sorry if this video is taking so long, but this is a story time. Like, when I'm going to give you a story time, it's going to be a long story time. Like, let's go. So, at this point, they're sitting there and saying that this is all my fault. If it wasn't for me, he wouldn't be moving here to the state. Like, he wouldn't be moving out of Massachusetts. If it wasn't for me, this is all my fault. Like, they're blaming me for this whole thing. No, you guys need to open up your eyes and realize that you guys are toxic. Only toxic people will sit there and say that. And only toxic people can live in a toxic environment. If you're not a toxic person, you're not going to be able to survive in an environment like that. It's going to eat you alive. Like, it will eat you alive. So, I'm kind of debating if I want to, you know what, I'm going to do wings. So I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. liquid eyeliner. It's not the pencil or anything, but it's a fine tip. So, sorry, I'm going to be quiet for this real quick because I got to concentrate. Okay. And I'm going to dry this off with this thing that I got from Disney World years ago. It has my name on the back of it. So, I'm going to dry it off with this. But, so, it's gotten to that point. So now they're sitting there blaming me for his decision and stuff like that, and acting like the victim. Like, go figure, toxic people acting like a victim. So, while they're doing that, my fiance's nephew comes and smokes with us. Because yes, we are 420 friendly. If you don't know, we do smoke marijuana. I just don't smoke it on camera. He comes and smokes with us and tries to get the whole entire and tries to get our side, because he's gotten everybody else's side, which has all been the same, but he wanted to get our side of what's going on. So we told him our side of what's going on, and he's like, okay. Like, we told him, like, we're just fed up. Okay, I'm gonna have to fix that. But they're practically all having the same exact story and blaming me and saying that I'm the bad guy and that I'm making him decide this and do this and that I'm gonna make it to where we're not gonna to where he's not gonna be able to go see them or visit them. So, like, they're practically trying to say that I am gonna keep him away from them and never let him see them, which is not true. Like, I'm not like that. I really am not. I'm not gonna keep him away from his family. No, hell no. Never in a million years will I keep him away from his family. No. I'm a fucking family person. So, no, I'm not going to keep him away from his family because that's just fucked up. That would be fucked up for me to do. You know what I mean? So, that would be extremely fucked up for me to do. And I would never do that to him. Ever. Because I would be too, like, what kind of woman would I be if I kept him away from his family? What kind of woman would I be? A fucked up one. So it's like, yes, I'm willing to save up the money from working and save up the, save up the vacation hours to go see them and stuff like that. Make sure that I got like at least 2 weeks off. So then we could like go sightseeing and actually like do shit besides go there and be stressed out the whole time. I want to be able to do stuff. So, maybe like throw a little Universal trip in there in the process, like on our way down to Universal, go and visit them and then go to Universal, So it's like, I'm not like that. I will never be like that. That would be fucked up if I was like that. Extremely fucked up. Now I'm going to go in with my eyeliner pencil. You can't really see that. I don't know how to pronounce this. It's Ioni. Ioni, or however you say it. That's the name of the brand, is Ioni. However you say it. But the moment we left, I could feel the tension between me, my fiance, and our son. I could feel the tension just melting off, literally. So at this point, we're on our way back here to where we are now. We drove across country, and that video is already up on my channel. So go ahead and watch that. And that's our trip here. Now I'm going to go in with this right here. And I'm going to go in a little bit on my wing and a little bit on the end right here of my eyeshadow. So I'm feeling it melt off, but I'm feeling the stress and stuff when his dad called and stuff like that, I could feel the stress building up. Like, I could feel so much stress on that side of the phone. It was crazy. Like, literally. Knowing that he's not coming back there besides to visit. He's not coming back to live or anything like that. And if we do go back to live there in that state, it's going to be more in a different city than where we were at. So it's going to be a little bit different. It's not going to be in the same city. It's going to be in the same state, but completely different city. A better city. A Halloween city. Like an actual, yes, I'm willing to move there in a house once we actually get the credit built up and once we get money built up and also our credit built up. But you guys will be there on our journey for that one. So, yeah, now we're here in the state that we were living in. So we're in that state now. We're on my parents' property. They have 20 acres of land. We're on their property for the time being in one of their sheds until we can actually get on housing assistance and get into a 2-bedroom place, which you guys will be on that journey with us as well. So, yeah, that's what the plans are. So, I am pretty much done with my makeup. Give me a second and I'll give you the full look. Don't judge me. I do my makeup the way I feel like doing it. So this is the look. This is the look that we got going on. I like to work more than anything because of the fact that I like my freckles. So this is the end of this getting ready with me. Thank you for joining me. And this is a good story time of what was going on. And I told you guys that I would end up doing that for you guys, was a story time. So thank you for watching this video. Thank you for getting ready with me. And thank you for a tea time, a story tea time. So I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. So I forgot one quick thing. Outside of the makeup, I am also going to be putting on, I don't know where mine is, so I'm using my mother's right now. We use the same one. I'm going to be putting on this deodorant. We use this, like literally me and my mom use the same exact deodorant. Literally. And then I'm going to be putting on the spray. I got it from Walmart beginning of this year. Almost a year. I'm going to be putting that on. So add that with it. So that's going to be my whole entire thing for today, was the makeup on top of the deodorant and spray. So now the video is over.